Um, Hi, everyone. I'm here with Felipe Lioto. We're going to give you a quick overview of the profitability that we're going to be doing in the next few months with IAKF. Felipe, what motivates you to work with Kumon instructors?
Well, Connie, thanks for your question, and also thanks for the opportunity to work with you and your colleagues. What I would say are really drives my motivation are really two factors. The first is I really admire what you and your colleagues are doing and embrace that. I think from my perspective, you are teaching kids learning skills, not just acing a test. I believe that you are increasing their potential. You are also accessible to more families, not just those that can afford pricier education programs. Second, I mostly help large companies. I enjoy working with Kumon instructors because of the personal rewards are more enjoyable. What I mean by that is, given the mission of Kumon and the business model, I can contribute to that mission, use the benefit and see the benefits that you and your colleagues are providing to the community. It's not as abstract or remote like my traditional clients. So that's what motivates me.
It's one of the best jobs, I think.
Agreed.
Yeah, I always come most of the time, out of the center not as stressed. You and I have worked on my center for the last couple of years with great success, which my husband really appreciates. Thank you.
Tell him you're welcome.
Yes. So we recently switched it to a course model rather than a yearly, monthly trying to profitability study. How do you anticipate the courses will work, and what benefits do you think the instructors will receive changing it to this type of a model?
Interesting. Interesting questions. Well, let me begin with your second question, the benefits of the instructors. Throughout last year, what I've heard at various seminars and webinars that I participated in and conversations with multiple instructors, it's how hard all of you are working, how stretched you guys feel, and how little the payoffs are, meaning, how little profits you generate from your centers. I am aware that IAKF offers various seminars and resources around time management, marketing, staff management and development, etc. My goal is to package all of this support in a comprehensive approach that instructors can follow to be less overwhelmed and more profitable, and give instructors a process and a methodology to manage their centers that is easy to implement. As to the first part of the question, in terms of how the courses, how the courses will work, given that the goal is to reduce the burden on the instructors and increase their profitability, the courses will be hands-on and centers on the how-to, and more importantly, execution. There will be 4 courses, and at the end of which, instructors will develop their action plans, their execution plans, and timelines. Each course will have follow-up sessions designed to make sure that instructors are executing. So that's kind of how I anticipate the courses to work.
Yeah, because it's been interesting how people are so excited to do this and want to join, and then get so overwhelmed at the thought of running the center and trying to keep up with books. So I think that this really to carve out these days, the first day for really and walking away with something tangible, I think is going to be a huge benefit. I'm excited. Can you describe the curriculum and the features of the courses?
Certainly. But before I describe the curriculum in detail, let me first set the context in which those courses were designed. Business Just Like Life is the result of the decisions and choices we make. The courses are designed around identifying the choices that are available and making deliberate decisions. The central theme in those decisions is that decisions that you make in one part of your business will affect other parts. So understand these interactions and consequences when evaluating the options and making those decisions. So that's kind of like the primary context. The courses will show instructors how to analyze the information they possess and how to evaluate their options. Before each session, I will provide each instructors an analysis of their centers using different data from their CMFA reports, as well as answers from operational questionnaires. This will assist them to develop their execution plans and subsequent follow-throughs. So the curriculum itself is as follows. The first two courses are really about growing the centers. Course 1 is on acquiring new students. It focuses on A, who are the students that you should target, B, how to effectively market your center, and C, how much should you charge for your services. At the end of course 1, the instructors should leave with a marketing plan that is execution ready, and time will be allocated during the course for developing that plan. Course 2 is on student retention. To grow, centers have to add new students to those they already have. If you are losing students as fast as you're acquiring them, you are not growing. You're on a treadmill. You know what I mean, right?
I know the treadmill, yeah.
Right? So course 2 examines the factors for cancellations, from the manner and approach of instructions to the strategies to energize parents and students. Each instructor will develop his or hers retention plans. Course 3 is all about operations. This is where we talk about cost and how to deal with it. So in course 3, instructors will analyze the use of their space, the physical space of the center, and how to optimize it. Instructors will also work on staffing models and training. We will also cover approaches to reducing other costs such as credit card processing fees, insurance, etc. At the end of course 3, instructors will have a plan to optimize the important cost component of their centers. Course 4 is basically a capstone. It's a recap. And what's I think neat about the recap is that we will work on a 12-month plan for all aspects of the center's operations and business model. The plan will include action steps, checkpoints, and timelines designed to make sure that the implementation of the plan is yielding the right results, and if necessary, to tweak the plan. Because it's important that you really measure your progress along the plan and whether or not the plan is really doing what you want it to do. Right. So course 1, 2, and 3 are 2 sessions each. The second session is a follow-up designed to review the implementation of the plans.
So it gives us some time to
correct.
Yeah, to process what we're doing, and then
correct.
Awesome.
And assess what is working and not working and modify the plans accordingly. The first session of each course should probably last around 4 hours each. The second 2 to 4 hours depending on needs. And what's important to keep in mind, course 2 or session 2 of each course will be about 8 weeks from the date of course 1. During that 8-week period, I certainly will be available for feedback via email, questions, for, ad hoc questions that I can answer.
Right.
I know that you and your colleagues are basically, as they say, the chef, cooks, and bottle washers, right? You always stretch and you have no time on your hand. So I'm certain that if you guys invest 3.5 days of your time spread over the first half or spread over 6 months, you will find yourself less overwhelmed and more profitable in very short order. The courses are about learning an approach and methodology for managing your centers and developing the skills as we go through this process. So that's how I really see the curriculum working.
Awesome. I know that once you start to feel like you have a little more control and are making educated decisions, it does lower the stress. And I've learned so much over the last 2 years, and saw really double-digit improvement in my profitability year after 1 year, and again after 2 years. And so I'm excited about this to keep going on this so I can keep improving. So Well, thank you so much for giving us this overview. And you're going to see a link on the email to a webpage that gives you more detail about the courses and the contact information. Our first course that's scheduled is for February. We're also looking for people to host in different areas of the country, so you can contact me at the email address as well to host instructors. It is limited to 30 seats per course. So
right, and we also, I believe, have a limit on the number of overall participants by region.
Yes, yep. So very good. So,
and the other thing to stress also is that those courses are in person, they're not webinars. The second session may be on a webinar base, but the first session of every course is always going to be in person.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that's going to be super important because the synergy you get when you're in a room and you're forced to not be doing Facebook in the background of a webinar. I think that taking yourself out of your center and going and working on it is going to be super, another component of this that's really important. So thank you so much. All right, have a great day.
You're welcome. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.